Hey guys, welcome back to Carib 21, where we share what's trending in and around the Caribbean. If it's your first time joining, please feel free to like, share and subscribe for more amazing content. In today's video, last week I reacted to a video that Candace Owens did doing an investigation on Vice President Kamala Harris, her Jamaican ancestry, her background. And the video went crazy, like thousands of comments in the comment section. Like people were just going back and forth at it in the comment section about this topic. So today I wanted to move the topic ahead because one of the things that people are talking about a lot in the comment section is the statement that she made about her Indian mom knowing that she was raising two black girls. So that is what I want to focus on today. So let's talk about it.
My mother was very well aware that she was raising two black girls to be two black women. And she did that instilling in us pride in our culture and cultures, always knowing that we would face all kinds of obstacles, but she never let us believe that anything could get in the way of our dreams or pursuits. My sister Maya is 2.5 years younger than me.
Yes, so that's the clip, and she has said it on numerous occasions. So what is interesting is that in the comment section, there are a lot of people going back and forth, going at it. There are people coming after me saying that, you know, like I look like I'm related to the Harris family, like I was paid off or something to do those videos. And one of the standout point that people are trying to make is that how is it possible for her mom being from India to raise two black Jamaican girls? So is that possible? So I thought, you know, that was a very interesting topic to kind of talk about. So that is what I'll attempt to do today, to talk about different cultures and to kind of piggyback off what people are saying in the comment section. Is that possible? And I'll use myself as an example. I'm a Jamaican. I live in Canada. My wife is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we're like in this like intercultural marriage, not interracial, intercultural. So two different cultures coming together. Is it possible in Canada in 2024 to raise a Jamaican child living in Canada? So my wife and I, we raised 3 kids in Canada. As I said, I'm Jamaican, my wife Vincentian background. Canada happens to be the most multicultural country in the world, with Toronto being the most multicultural city. Let me give you an example. In the city of Toronto, half of the population was born outside of Canada. And I think they say that it's the only city in the world where half or more than half of the citizens were born outside of the country. So that's how diverse and multicultural Canada is. So in our community, there's a lot of intercultural marriages. So like, I know a lot of Jamaicans. There are Jamaicans that are married to Indians. There are Jamaicans that are married to Filipino. There are Jamaicans that are married to Bajan, Trini. And as I said, my wife is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So based on my experience, what I've seen is that one culture always kind of, I would say like shine brighter than the other culture within that, especially if it's a marriage where both parents live in the same house. So for example, in my household, the Jamaican culture is very strong because Jamaica has a very strong culture in terms of sports, Usain Bolt, Bob Marley, music. Just overall, the Jamaican culture is very strong. So I find that with myself and some of my friends that are married to people from different culture, sometimes the Jamaican culture will come to the surface more, will shine. So for example, in my household, like our kids, like they're reading, we try to do a lot of black education, Caribbean education for them. So like my kids, they'll be reading like the Bob Marley book, the One Love book. You know, we'll be introducing them to like Caribbean food. So we'll have like jerk chicken, we'll have oxtail, stuff like that. So even though we're living in Canada, and for most people that live in Canada, they hold on to some part of their culture. So my kids, one of the things that like it's kind of hard to raise like a Jamaican kids outside of Jamaica, because as I said, my wife is not Jamaican, so we don't talk patois in the house. So like some people say, yo, that's a shame, because my kids really don't know patois like that. Like if I try to talk to them in patois, like they'll be like confused, so that is one thing that maybe I need to work on. But sound off in the comment section, let me know, like not just Jamaica, like if you're from Trinidad and Tobago, if you're from Barbados, you live in Canada, you live in America, you live in the UK. I know that for every single Caribbean person that I know living outside of the Caribbean, they take their culture with them. So is it possible to raise a Jamaican? Is it possible to raise a Trinidadian outside of Trinidad, outside of Jamaica, outside of Barbados? How challenging is it for you guys to raise your kids and to keep the culture? Yeah, so guys, I'd love for this to be like an interactive video, so you can share your experience in the comment section. If you're from anywhere in the Caribbean, you live outside of the Caribbean, you live in Canada, as I said, you live in the United States, you live in the UK, and you're trying to raise your kids in a house with Caribbean values, because with me sometimes, like for example, my kids, like sometimes I'll go to the room and their room is messy, and like I'll be telling them to clean up their room, and they're like, oh, like my friends don't spread their bed, or they don't do this, and I'm like, look, you're not Canadian, you're Jamaican, and Jamaicans spread their bed, so get to spreading your bed, stuff like that. And even just getting the kids to really enjoy Caribbean food. Living in North America, they want burger, they want chicken nuggets, they want pasta, and trying to get them to like, oxtail, trying to get them to like roti, trying to get them to like doubles and stuff like that is almost like an uphill task sometimes. So, that's just another example. So sound off in the comment section, share your experience being a Caribbean national, living outside of the Caribbean, and trying to raise kids with Caribbean values. While you're commenting in the comment section, let me know too, do you believe that with Vice President Kamala Harris, that statement, what do you think about that statement that her mom knew that she was raising 2 black girls? Do you think that's even possible? Because I've seen even not just intercultural but interracial with intercultural marriages. Like I've seen people where like the one person is from the islands, and then you have someone that's like Canadian white, and they're raising interracial child together. And like sometimes one of the things that I realize that's a challenge a lot is like the hair, because like especially for girls, sometimes they have kinky hair, and Caribbean, like if you're from the Caribbean, if you're from Jamaica, from Trinidad, from Barbados, like it's like nothing, like how to do the cane roll, the different hairstyle. But what I've seen with a lot of interracial marriages or relationship, like that seems to be like a big cultural difference in terms of like learning how to do like a young black girl's hair and stuff like that. So do you think that it is really possible that Kamala's mom, like someone born in India, getting married to like a Jamaican, and the influence that Jamaica will have in terms of the food and stuff like that, do you think it's possible that her mom really knew that she was raising 2 black girls? And do you think, I know that in terms of your ethnicity, like yes, you are black, if you're black, you're black, nothing can change, but culturally there's a cultural difference too. Do you think that is possible, or do you think that in her case, like they were being raised in an Indian household? Because it's very different. Like I would have loved to learn some more. I know it's like politics, and I'm not trying to talk about politics, but I'd have loved to learn some more. Like one of the things that I was hoping for the vice president to do was, you're going on those tour and you stop at certain places. I would have loved for her to stop at this like Jamaican restaurant and to get some oxtail and some jerk chicken, and even throw some patois, some no one then in it you know, that's just me. That's what I was looking for, but I know that's beside the point. But let me know in the comment section. Do you think it's possible? Or do you think that culturally, like in terms of her ethnicity, like she's mixed race, like she's black, she's Indian, but in terms of culturally, she would have been raised as an Indian young girl with her and her sister, because she was living with her mom. Like they separated, her mom and dad separated when they were about 11. So the mom seemed to have more influence on her at the time. So sound off in the comment section and let me know what you think about this. Yes, so there's no doubt about it that it's never easy, but I've seen people do it. Like I like, for example, like I used to go to this barber shop, and the barber, like, he's Jamaican, but he was born in Canada. And this guy is like more Jamaican than me. Like, you know, this guy, like, you go to the barber shop and this guy just like straight patois, like can't even understand English, like straight patois. And he was brought up in Canada. And what I realized is that sometimes a lot of the household that where you have like a Jamaican couple living together, being married, and they're raising their child, like it seemed, from based on my experience, like it's way easier to kind of have that Jamaican culture in the household. But when you are in a situation where like you're from two different cultures, it seemed like that there's just a clash that sometimes, or for the most part, the stronger culture will come to the top, so that the kids will have more influence on the culture that is stronger. So guys, this is just, you know, like a fun conversation. So sound off in the comment section, you know, let me know what you think. You know, share your experience, like if you are in one of those, as I said, intercultural relationship, intercultural marriage. You're raising your kids in a household with mom and dad from two different cultures. Which one culture is more dominant? And do you think that it makes your child more flexible, more knowledgeable of what's going on in the world? Just, you know, sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, peace. I'm out.